Most people think that making 50k per month requires 16-hour work days, running ads, cold outreach, or having some sort of crazy sales funnel. But what if I told you I made over $55,000 in a month without running a single ad, doing a single bit of cold outreach? I didn't even try and sell anyone. All I did to make 55k in a month was just leverage my network correctly. And in this video, I'm just gonna literally tell you how I did that so that you can do the same. People are sitting on an absolute goldmine of connections, but they have absolutely no idea how to turn these connections into money. They go to networking events, they send a bunch of DMs, and then they just expect magic to happen. A few years ago, I was doing it all wrong. I'd meet people, I'd have great conversations, and then nothing would come from it. But once I realized how I could actually leverage my network the right way, leverage the people around me, that's when things started to change. This isn't a theory. I'm actually going to break down the 3 steps that I literally use to make over 55k in a month. Now, this is all around networking. So I'm not going to tell you my content strategy. I'm not going to tell you my nurturing sequence. I'm not going to tell you what type of emails I send. But what I will tell you is the way I use my network to generate me all of that money. People make big mistakes when it comes to networking. They network with a what can I get mindset. They ask for things before they've even given any value themselves. So I completely flipped this. At the start of every conversation I was having, I was like, who can I connect this person with? What sort of person would they benefit from a conversation with? I saw myself as a bridge between their problems and the solution, because there is a solution to everywhere somewhere. He has a real-time story for you. I know a guy who sells really high-ticket products online, and he's great at business, but in this particular month, he was struggling with his acquisition. I knew another guy in Willionaire who was an absolute phenomenal engineer when it comes to client acquisition. Instead of just watching this guy who I'm friends with struggle with his acquisition, not really hitting those months which he deserves to be, I just made the introduction. A week later, they closed a 20k deal, all because I facilitated it. Sometimes people will actually give you like a profit share. They'll give you commission for this. But since it's the nature of my business, I don't really care about that. I just want to see the people in my circle do well. So there's no selling here. I just position myself as the person who brings opportunities to the table. Now, this guy who got help with his client acquisition, who was not unwilling at the time, since then he's joined, you know? I didn't try and sell him, I didn't try and convert him through ads. I just provided him value, and that was reciprocated by him joining the network because he's seen the value in it. So when it comes to networking, you don't get paid for what you try and take away. You get paid from what you give. It's a bit of a domino effect, and it doesn't happen overnight. So if you actually want to make more money through networking, either directly on your service or someone else's, or maybe even commission, then just start by making introductions. It's really that easy. The second thing is, I became the go-to guy in my circle. So really, positioning is absolutely everything. If people don't think of you as valuable, then they're never going to think of you when opportunities arise. You're not going to be top of mind. I knew I needed to be the person that people think of when they need help, when they need connections, when they need new opportunities. So in order to be this person, I stayed really active in my own community, trying to connect everyone with as much value as I can. I stayed active in other high-level communities. I kept in touch with other entrepreneurs I've met over the past 15 months, not just lurking around. I gave out free value, advice, insights from my own journey, obviously without expecting anything in return. I invited people to some events, dinners, even private masterminds. I'd even let people connect with the guys in Willionaire. This all started to pay off really heavily last month. So all of these guys I'd been providing value to, I've been helping, I'd built a relationship with. They then, I think we got 4 paid in fulls, which is a PIF, on the DMs, on WhatsApp. And that's the way I like to sell Willionaires, because I've already got a existing relationship with this person. I know that they make over 10k per month, and I know if I'd live with them in a villa or not, because I've already got the relationship there. And if that person is a good fit, I don't really need a sales call. We just take payment over WhatsApp or direct message, and then I get them in for an onboarding call like 24 hours later. And this had never happened before. It's all because I started taking it seriously. And this works with any business model. Like, if you want your network to work for you, you've got to become valuable to it first. The more you help, the more people will associate you with opportunities. Okay, step 3, I created shared experiences. So when we're looking at a sales process, people buy because of trust. People don't do big deals with people who they don't trust. I know for a fine fact, I wouldn't do anything with someone I didn't trust. Trust isn't built over Google Meet, trust isn't built over direct messages, trust is built in person. So what I did last month in March is I hosted a massive dinner for all the guys in Bangkok who were in Willionaire. And then I thought to myself, I know a bunch of really cool guys living in Bangkok or visiting Bangkok who are making loads of money, I'm good friends with, but they're not in Willionaire. So what did I do? I invited them along to the dinner, and then we had about 30 entrepreneurs on this rooftop restaurant. Then we went for cigars. It was an insane night. So obviously while I was here, I wasn't trying to hard sell anyone, I wasn't pitching anyone. I was just building real connections, and I was introducing people with other people who were there, helping them build genuine connections. During the event, obviously it's a bunch of entrepreneurs, people naturally started talking about business, sharing what they were working on and asking for help. Like, 3 days later, let's say, I'd added $15,000 in revenue from some people who were at that dinner. Again, that was over DMs. I already knew who these people were. We already had a good relationship. They trusted me. I'd already provided them value. I invited them to the dinner and introduced them to some really cool guys. I suppose the guys in Willionaire kind of acted as marketing for me. You know, they're meeting the type of people who are in there. This $15,000 only came because I created an environment where opportunities are kind of born. Now, in relative terms, I am a tiny fish. 50K in a month, that's pennies. People make that a day. So these big deals, these $50,000 deals, they certainly don't happen on DMs. They happen at dinners. They happen at events. They happen at masterminds. Real life experiences. This is why inside Willionaire, we don't just do calls. Yes, we do different sorts of calls to help each other stay accountable and scale our businesses, but we do real life events. Events, challenges, trips, masterminds, dinners, because that's where the real connections happen. While I'm on the subject of this, we were sparring in Bangkok. One of the boys, Maher, after sparring, he was talking with Luke. He's an online sales rep, posts content. He wanted to start his new offer. Now, both of these guys are in Willionaire. And because of the opportunity and the environment, sparring with other entrepreneurs in Willionaire, these guys started to build a genuine relationship. First of all, they were punching each other in the face. Maher was then providing value to Luke. 24 hours later, Luke joined as a client. Maher scales online coaches and info products. So the main takeaway here is, if you want to make money through networking, don't just network. You actually want to create shared experiences, cool shit, things that actually remember. So just to round this all up, the main mistake that 99% of entrepreneurs make is they have a conversation and then they forget to follow up. They forget to build on that relationship. Nothing happens. And how you fix this is follow with that person, make sure they're doing okay, try and provide some value any way, shape or form that you can. And you can do this strategically. People mistake value as just being things that you can implement in your business. Value could be anything. It could be like sending them over your gym split. It could be recommending a book, a podcast, anything. And you can turn this into a habit, and that simple habit can keep you at the top of other people's minds. And then you become the first person that they think of. Networking isn't just about the people that you meet. It's about who remembers you when they need or know someone that needs what you offer. Your network is a money-making machine, but only if you know how to operate it. Most people never make $1 from networking because they just focus on taking and not giving. But they don't position themselves correctly. And as a result, they don't build real trust. But if you start applying what I've just shared, following up, giving value, become the guy that's top of their mind, creating shared experiences, you'll be shocked at how fast opportunities start chasing you. And now here's a call to action for me. If you're looking to surround yourself with like-minded entrepreneurs, guys making anywhere between $10,000 to $100,000 to $200,000 a month, and put yourself in a room where deals like this happen all the time, then you can check out Willionaire. It's not just another business group. It's a brotherhood of entrepreneurs who are genuinely leveling up together. Feel free to book a call in the description below. Subscribe if you want to see more mindset and business content, and I'll see you on the next one.